Let's talk frankly. Almost never do non-Muslims study Islam until they need first exhausted the religions of their exposure. Only after they need grown dissatisfied with the religions familiar to them, meaning Judaism, Christianity and every one the fashionable isms, Buddhism, Taoism, Hinduism and, as my young daughter once added, tourism, do they consider Islam. Perhaps other religions don't answer the large questions of life, like who made us, and why are we here? Perhaps other religions don't reconcile the injustices of life with a good and just creator. Perhaps we discover hypocrisy within the clergy, untenable tenets of religion within the canon, or corruption within the scripture. Regardless of the reason, we perceive shortcomings within the religions of our exposure, and appearance elsewhere. And therefore the ultimate elsewhere is Islam. Now, Muslims wouldn't wish to hear me say that Islam is the ultimate elsewhere. But it's. Despite the very fact that Muslims comprise 1/4 to 1/5 of the world's population, non-Muslim media smears Islam with such horrible slanders that few non-Muslims view the faith during a positive light. Hence, it's normally the last religion seekers investigate. Another problem is that by the time non-Muslims examine Islam, other religions have typically heightened their skepticism. If every God-given scripture we've ever seen is corrupt, how can the Islamic scripture be different? If charlatans have manipulated religions to suit their desires, how can we imagine an equivalent to not have happened with Islam? The answer are often given during a few lines, but takes books to elucidate. The short answer is this: there's a God. He's fair and just, and he wants us to realize the reward of paradise. However, God has placed us during this worldly life as a test, to comb out the worthy from the unworthy. And that we are going to be lost if left to our own devices. Why? Because we don't know what he wants from us. We can't navigate the twists and turns of this life without his guidance, and hence, he has given us guidance within the sword of revelation. Sure, previous religions are corrupted, which is one among the explanations why we've a sequence of revelation. Ask yourself, wouldn't God send another revelation if the preceding scriptures were impure? If preceding scriptures were corrupted, humans would wish another revelation, to stay upon the straight path of his design. So we should always expect preceding scriptures to be corrupted, and that we should expect the ultimate revelation to be pure and unadulterated, for we cannot imagine a loving God leaving us astray. What we will imagine is God giving us a scripture, and men corrupting it, God giving us another scripture, and men corrupting it again, and again, and again. Until God sends a final revelation he promises to preserve until the top of your time. Muslims consider this final revelation to be the Holy Quran. You think about it, worth looking into. So allow us to return to the title of this article, Why Islam? Why should we believe that Islam is the religion of truth, the faith that possesses the pure and final revelation? Oh, just trust me. Now, what percentage times have you ever heard that line? A famous comedian want to joke that folks of various cities cuss each other call it alternative ways. In Chicago, they cuss an individual out this manner, in L.A. They cuss an individual out that way, but in NY they only say, trust me. So don't trust me, trust our Creator. Read the Quran, read books and study good websites. But whatever you are doing, take it seriously, and pray for our Creator to guide you. Your life might not depend upon it, but your soul most definitely does.